Hi everyone, we are back with war number 10 today, and we're going to be going up against the Alliance Legion. We're going to be bringing in Omega Red, Omega Sentinel, and then Sabertooth. This is going to be war 10, not war number 9, as obviously war number 9 got semi-cancelled or is not going to count. So I had a good amount of fights for that war planned, but I didn't boost or do anything, so I figured it wasn't worth sharing that video. Today we're going to be going up path 5 in both section 1 and section 2, and we're going to be taking a good amount of Omega Red fights and Omega Sentinel fights. This is the first war I actually bring both together. They both are my most used champs, but they've just been conveniently on different teams every single time. So this first fight against Spot I was pretty concerned about. Obviously Omega Red does a lot of damage, and he should be able to end this fight quickly, but if for whatever reason he plays really passive and I'm not able to stack spores, it could get messy. So the strategy here, we're going to do our parry and one light attack as we build spores. Once we're up around 30, we're going to throw a heavy. Obviously that's not going to lock them in since he's going to shrug the degen, but the spores will still be doing a good amount of damage. My hope is that once I knock him down, he'll throw a special one, which he does right away, very conveniently. While practicing dueling, I noticed the special one kept him close to me the entire time, so we would not be losing any spores as we did there, as you saw. We're going to parry right here, knock him down one more time. And I think we're just going to combo out for the kill here. And so, really well played. Super happy with how that went. So a fight I was pretty worried about, really didn't run into any issues at all. Our next fight, we're going to be using Omega Sentinel here against Professor X. We obviously want the miss, I don't know what it was called just now, but the one that prevents miss. So I like to start in the whatever mode or debuff mode that we want to, the next one we want to stick. Because I like to start every single fight with the heavy, so that we transition to the one we want to be on and we already have a debuff paused. So like you see there, heavy. Now once I apply the miss, it's already paused and I can start building them up. The falter comes, but we don't have to worry about it. Obviously here we do need to worry about not trying to counter his heavy attacks since they're unstoppable. We're going to throw special ones to knock him down so that we do keep our miss counter debuff always. And as you can see, he's going down very quickly. We're going to throw one more, oh, not even another special, so super quick fight. But yeah, you want to stay in the miss debuff and then basically just throw specials to keep, to count for your knockdowns. This next fight I've taken before, so I wasn't too worried. This is a rank 5 Jabari Panther, which I was pretty surprised to see. But the strategy here is to throw my specials for knockdown. If I can get a re-parry after the cleanse, I will use my heavy to knock her down. But basically just throw the heavy only if need be. So we do get it there, so we're going to throw a heavy here for the knockdown. And now we just need to know that she's stun immune. For some reason, I did not dex out of the first parts of her special one this fight. And I think that was I don't want to say a big mistake, but not the smartest idea. I'm also late on punishing there, and then I would have rather done a special 1 than a special 2 here. So fight's still completely under control, but yeah, again, I don't dex out of it. If you do that, you can easily counter her special 1, but because I got pushed so far back, I didn't want to risk getting parried. So fight's going really well right now, but we are going to start to make some pretty bad mistakes in a second. So finally I dex out of it, and so I can go in and combo right away. We can throw our special 1 here to get the knockdown. And the plan here is to just finish up. And she's getting very low, but then I don't dex out again. And then the second here, yeah, we eat a heavy. We then need 2 heavies in a row, so now we only have 1 head of our indestructible left. Thankfully that indestructible was for the spot fight and it carried over. But yeah, things aren't looking great. She has a bunch of prowess and I can't get her to throw the special 2. I wasn't panicked here because, as you saw, 2 of our indestructible hits did get used, but we still have the third one. So if she did throw the special 3, it wouldn't have been a huge ordeal. But we're going to throw our special 1 here. Again, knowing that she did go to a special 3, we do have the invul, but she goes down. So, very sloppy fight. Probably the worst fight of this warp by quite a bit, but we get the solo. It's just going to cost us some potions. Now, this was easily the fight I was most nervous about. I did die to this fight previously, first war of the season, but I decided to completely change my strategy. Last time I wasted a bunch of time trying to bait special 1s, which made me lose all my spores, and this time we're just going to play super aggressive, and the plan is to push into special 3s and just use our invul. So, as you can see, we're just trying to stay close, build our spores, which is going well. He decides to throw the special 2 in the block, which was not part of the plan. We dex out of the tail end of it, but we are going to get rooted. Evade is heavy, hit him. Now, the one thing with this strategy is that we obviously need to be aware of the bubble shield. So you'll see there, I let him hit into my block with the first hit, and then I dex out of the second part knowing the unblockable is coming. We're up at our first special 2, and we're going to throw this. So we're looking at a good spot. The damage in the block obviously is hurting a lot, but we're nice and close. We have a ton of spores going, and he's going to go red here. But again, we have our 3 invuls all still on the table, so his first special 3 not going to be an issue at all. We're going to be trapped in our corner, but we do have 2 bars of power, so we're going to throw it right away, and this is going to finish the fight. So really happy with how that went. Probably not the best matchup still, but it went really well and we didn't have any issues. This next fight, I had the option of using Omega Red or Omega Sentinel. I decided to go with Omega Sentinel, definitely the slower option, but I didn't really want to take off Dex for Omega Red. If for whatever reason Kingpin played really passive and he started throwing special 2s, it could get messy. So we're just going to use Omega Sentinel, basically play him stun immune. We're going to always be removing his prowess, because we're a tactic attacker, and we're just going to bait special 1s and just combo him to death. Just basic attacks, no heavies, no mediums that are going to give him debuffs, and no specials which will give him debuffs that he'll end up shrugging, potentially going unblockable. So, really straightforward fight. We also don't have to worry about the power stings killing me with this strategy, so that's good since we don't want that to happen again. But as you can see, the fight's going down fine. We're taking some damage into block, but it's been super safe so far. And the fight's slow, but not that slow. I mean, he's already down at 30%. We're a minute in. So yeah, bait out special 1s, keep comboing. Yeah, I think we might have to bait one more special out after this. He's getting low. Right here, we gotta finish the fight. So, nice and safe with Omega Sentinel. But yeah, obviously Omega Red can take that fight. Our next 2 fights are more Omega Red fights. This Ibom one I wasn't super worried about. We are gonna run an invul. The main reason for this is because it has Sadist, so the more debuffs on Ibom, the higher his damage is going to be, and since he generates his own poison debuffs on himself, he's going to get a bunch of debuffs on him. Plan here though, similar to the other Omega Red fights so far except for the Baron Zemo one, we're going to do 1 hits as we build our spores. We are then going to try and get an intercept as we get close. I think we're going to go here, intercept. He throws the special 1 right away. I would have rather him just hit our carry, but we're able to heavy counter very easily a special 1. So we lock in with almost 30 spores. We have the Fury buff, and so he's going down super fast. Here we're going to knock him down first. Maybe I should have done that instead since the debuff stays. We're going to try and get an intercept. Light intercept there. He's going down. And we're just going to combo for the kill. So that fight went perfectly. Super happy with how I played that. And the next fight, we are going to be going up against Sersi here. This was another one I was slightly worried about. My concern here was how strong the healing was going to be, and if we could not drop spores when she was throwing specials. Now, I did practice dexing out of the first part of her special one and then dashing in to get close to her again so I wouldn't lose spores, similar to, how Tiger players play this fight when baiting her special ones. But to start, we're going to try and do parry, light hit as we build spores. Because of the node, though, if she dashes back and plays passive, she's probably going to throw a heavy just like she does there. So we are going to hit an intercept, and so even with the intercept, if she is healing, if we have a lot of spores, we're still going to win the battle between our damage versus her healing. So there we go, first special one, we stay nice and close, keep all of our spores up and going, which is great. We're gonna try and bait, I think, a special here. This one I felt a little late, so I didn't do my dash in like I did the first one. We're going to try and get an intercept here, which we do. Again, only 10 spores, but we're still taking away a little bit, dashing in, keep it close. We hit another intercept right away, and we're able to finish out the fight with a combo. So, Mega Red fights all went really good today, really happy with them. We did unfortunately end up losing this War to Legion, 4-7. So good luck to them the rest of the season. We're still in a good spot to finish Masters. We probably want to win our last 2 wars if we want to secure top 10. So we'll see if we can do that and get that top 10 finish, which will give us 3rd place rewards. Thanks for watching.